Hey everyone, welcome back to Time Trek Talks. I'm Elisa, and I'm thrilled to be here with my co-host John, diving into another fascinating topic. John, how's it going?
Yo, Elisa, I'm pumped to be here. Hey listeners, thanks for tuning in. Today, we're going on a wild ride back to the Stone Age to talk about something super cool, survival skills that ancient humans mastered, but we've totally lost in our modern world.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about it. Our ancestors were out there thriving in environments that would make most of us modern folks run screaming. They didn't have apps or GPS or even a decent pair of hiking boots. Yet they survived ice ages, predators, and crazy weather. So what made them so resilient? That's what we're unpacking today.
Right? It's mind-blowing how skilled they were. Let's start with one of the big ones, fire making. I mean, fire was their Swiss Army knife. Cooking, warmth, protection, but could you, actually start a fire without a lighter or matches?
Me? I'd probably just rub two sticks together and hope for the best. But seriously, ancient humans were pros at this. They used techniques like the bow drill or hand drill, which, let's be honest, sound like CrossFit for cavemen.
Totally. The bow drill is wild. You've got this stick you spin with a bow, pressing it into a wooden board with a little notch to catch the ember. It takes crazy coordination and patience. I tried it once at a survival workshop. Spoiler alert, I got a blister and 0 flames.
Okay, but that's the thing. They didn't just try it, they mastered it. Kids back then probably learned this stuff before they could walk. And that ember, they'd carry it in like a fungus or moss bundle to keep it alive for days. Imagine keeping a fire going on a week-long trek.
That's next level. And speaking of trekking, let's talk about navigation. These folks didn't have Google Maps, but they could find their way across continents. They used the stars, the sun, even the way moss grows on trees to navigate.
Oh, I love that. They were reading the environment like a book. Like the Polynesians navigated thousands of miles of open ocean using star patterns, wave directions, and even bird migrations. Meanwhile, I get lost in a parking lot.
Same. But it wasn't just the stars. Ancient humans had this insane ability to memorize landscapes. They'd create mental maps of huge areas, every hill, river, rock formation. Some Aboriginal Australians still use songlines where they sing stories that map out the land.
That's so beautiful. It's like their culture and survival were woven together. We've lost that deep connection to the land. Now we're like, Siri, where's the nearest coffee shop?
Exactly. And let's not forget hunting and foraging. Ancient humans could identify hundreds of plants, edible, medicinal, poisonous. They knew which berries wouldn't kill you and which roots could cure a stomachache. I can barely tell cilantro from parsley.
Oh, don't get me started. I once tried to forage in my backyard and ended up with a handful of weeds. But our ancestors, they were walking pharmacies. Like the San people in southern Africa still use plants like hoodia to suppress hunger on long hunts. That's knowledge passed down for millennia.
And the hunting part? Forget it. They could track animals for days, reading footprints, broken twigs, even scat to figure out what animal, how big, how fast, and how long ago it passed by. I'd be like, is that a deer track or did I step in mud?
Right? They'd look at a bent blade of grass and be like, yep, mammoth headed north, slightly annoyed, and their tools. They crafted spears, atlatls, and bows with just stones and wood. The precision to chip a flint arrowhead, that's art and science combined.
Oh, the atlatl? That's my favorite. It's like a stick that extends your arm to throw a spear harder and farther. Pure genius. And they did this without YouTube tutorials. We've got all this tech, but we've outsourced so much of our survival know-how.
Totally. And let's talk about their physical resilience. Ancient humans were tough. They could run long distances barefoot, climb cliffs, and endure crazy weather. Some researchers think they could chase animals until the prey just collapsed from exhaustion. Persistence hunting.
That's wild. Imagine running a marathon in bare feet to tire out an antelope. I get winded walking to the fridge. And their bodies adapted to their environments. Like Inuit populations developed ways to process high-fat diets to survive in the Arctic.
Exactly. Their diets were so in tune with their surroundings. No processed foods, no sugar crashes. They ate what the land gave them, and they knew how to preserve it. Drying meat, fermenting plants. We've got refrigeration, but we've lost that instinct for working with nature.
And don't forget social skills. Survival wasn't just about the individual, it was about the group. Ancient humans were masters at cooperation. They shared food, knowledge, childcare. Their storytelling kept everyone connected, passing down survival tips through generations.
Oh, I love that. Their stories weren't just entertainment, they were survival manuals. Like, hey, don't eat the red berries by the crooked tree unless you want to meet your ancestors early. We've lost that oral tradition, that tight-knit community vibe.
Yeah, we're so individualistic now. Back then, your survival depended on trusting your tribe. They had to resolve conflicts fast, no sulking for weeks. They'd work it out or, risk getting eaten by a saber-tooth.
Priorities, right? Okay, but here's a thought. Are there skills we haven't lost? Like, have we replaced some of these with modern equivalents?
Good question. I'd say we've traded hands-on skills for tech-based ones. We're great at coding, analyzing data, or navigating bureaucracies. But if the grid went down tomorrow, most of us would be toast.
Yeah, I'd be bartering my Wi-Fi router for a fish. But seriously, some modern preppers and indigenous communities are keeping these skills alive. Bushcraft, foraging, traditional navigation. Maybe we can learn from them.
Totally. There's a reason survival shows are so popular. We're craving that connection to our roots. Maybe it's time to sign up for a fire-making class or learn which plants in our backyard won't poison us.
I'm in. All right, folks, we're nearing the end of our time. But before we go, let's do a quick recap. Ancient humans had mad skills: fire-making, navigation, foraging, hunting, crafting tools, and building tight communities. We've lost a lot of that, but maybe it's not gone forever.
Absolutely. We might not need to chase mammoths anymore, but there's something empowering about learning these skills. It's like reclaiming a piece of our human heritage. So, listeners, what ancient skill do you want to revive? Hit us up on social media and let us know.
Love that, John. Thanks for the awesome chat. And thank you, listeners, for joining us on Time Trek Talks. If you loved this episode, share it with a friend, leave us a review, and stay curious. We'll catch you next time.
Peace out, and don't get lost in the wilderness.